Hello guys, welcome to Hankins Custom Rifles, another episode of Hank's TV. Today is still Sunday, March the 4th, and we're down here at the range test firing this switch barrel gun that I built. Now you look at this gun and you think you just watched a video that I did of this rifle, but everything is the same except the barrel and the bolt. I switched the barrel out now and it's a 308 caliber, and we switched out the bolt so that we can chamber the 308 shells. Now this is a Brooks barrel also. It's a 1 in 10 twist. It's chambered with an FTR, some type of special reamer that was specified by the customer, and I can't remember the dimensions on it all, but it's a match grade chamber made for shooting F-class. So this is what we've got. It's the same scope. I switched the barrel out here a few minutes ago. That was really easy to do. And we're ready now to shoot a couple groups. So I didn't touch the scope. It come right off the 223 onto the 308. Let's see where we're at on the target down there with the first shot and how much adjustment is going to be required to get back into the bullseye. Okay, I'm going to look at it through the spotting scope because, again, I can't see the hole in the cardboard. It is now in the shade, so the sun's not even shining on it. Makes it even harder to see, so as soon as I find the hole, I'll get back with you guys. Okay, guys, that was pretty easy. The reason I couldn't find the hole is because it was in the dot. I mean, it's in the dot. So right straight off of the 223 onto the 308, or actually I should say, I didn't even take it off of the action. I unscrewed the barrel and screwed the other barrel back on. I didn't even remove the scope from the action. That was pretty easy. I removed the barreled action from the stock and just did the switch. So we're right in the bullseye, so I'm not even going to waste any more ammo at the test target. We're going to move over to our scoring target, or whatever you want to call it. That would be our test target. I'm not going to waste any more ammo on the sight-in target. So we've got 4 kinds of ammunition to shoot today, and again we're going to shoot some Federal Gold Medal Match. This is their premium ammunition. It's 168 grain Sierra Match King hollow point boat tail. These things are, this is pretty good ammunition from the factory right out of the box. You can't hardly beat this stuff unless you do a lot of hard work at your hand loads. The second ammo we're going to shoot out of it is the Barnes Vortex. This is a tipped bullet, and it's a TSX, so that's a solid copper bullet tipped, and it is also 168 grain projectile. I've got some 168 grain AMAXs that I've hand loaded, and I've got some 168 grain Sierra boat tails that are hand loaded. The recipe for the Sierra boat tail is IMR 4320, and I used 40 grains in this ammunition. The recipe for the 168 grain AMAX, that's a Hornady bullet, I used Varget, and we used 44 grains of Varget. That's 168 grain AMAX, and these are moly coated. So we're going to try those. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the 223. We're going to shoot 2 groups of each ammo. We're going to start at the top of the target, work our way down. And I'm just going to put them in a row here, and this is how we're going to start them. So we'll start with the Federal ammo first. And I've got just enough of these to shoot 2 groups. I've got 6 rounds of this left. So let's start out with the Federal Premium ammo. Top target, it'll be the second row from the right. Okay, as you can see, the 308 has quite a bit more recoil than the 223 does. Shooting the bullet weight almost twice as, little over twice as heavy as the 223, and it has quite a bit more recoil. We've got a great group down there. This ammunition here shot about 3 inches higher than that test bullet that I shot. But that test bullet was the only one I had left of that type, and I don't even remember what it was. So it was a good piece of ammo just to shoot to see if I was on the target. So that's what I used. So now we're going to jump up here to the Barnes Vortex, also a 168 grain bullet. If I can get the box open. And we're going to try 3 of these. .168 grain tipped, solid copper. That would be a really good hunting bullet if you needed a lot of penetration. Be a good elk bullet. Now we're going to shoot the second dot down. Not quite as good as the Federal ammo, but it is also a couple of inches high. All right, let's just jump on over here to the 168 grain AMAX hand load. And now we're going to jump over to the 168 grain Sierra with the 4320 powder. Okay, the barrel's not even hot after 12 shots. And then we'll just shot one right after the next. There's no camera breaks in there, no cool down time. It does look like all the groups are shooting just a little bit high, so on my next round I'm gonna make an adjustment on the scope so we can get closer to our little bullseyes down there. And I'm gonna give it 5 minutes to take a little break, and we'll shoot another 12 rounds. Okay guys, we're back. We took a little break. We're gonna shoot this gun 12 more times, and then we're gonna call it finished. And what I'm gonna do is things just a little bit different than normal. I'm gonna just try to speed shoot through these as fast as I can without shooting terribly. We're gonna start out with the factory Federal ammunition. I've got 3 rounds of that sitting right over here. We're going to jump down to the Vortex. We're going to shoot that. I'm going to jump over to the Hornady 168 grain Molly coats, and then I'm going to jump down here to these 168 grain Sierra boat tail hollow points, shoot them last. Now these Sierra bullets and these Sierra bullets look almost identical, so you could get them mixed up if I put them all out here on the bench too close together. So that's why I started out with these first, set them over here. I'm going to shoot these last and set them over there. I am going to put my cartridges back in the boxes as they come out of the gun, so I'm not picking them up and having to sort through them out of the dirt. So let's go ahead and do this and see what we can wind up with down here. Now we're going to be shooting at the dots on the far right side of the target. We're going to start at the top dot, and with each different ammo we're going to work our way down. So I will have to make some adjustments on the front rest to get us where we need to be. on 1 second. I got one more.
Do you? I got the video, I'm sorry. What is that one?
All right, guys, we're going to take a break, and I'll get back with you here in just a second. All right, fellas, we're back there. I had to stop for a few minutes and talk to a guy that I hadn't seen in several years. He's a friend that I've known for a long, long time, but we just hadn't seen each other, and he happened to see me sitting here, so he thought he'd stop by and have a little conversation for a while. So we did that, and we're back now to where we left off. And we had just finished shooting the 12 shots out of this gun, and we're going to go down to the range where the target's at, and we're going to check it out. So let's walk on down there, and when we get there, I'll show you the target. Okay, guys, we made it down here to the 100-yard target, and this is what we've got right here. Pretty impressed with this 308 right out of the gate. Shot everything I put through it pretty good today, and we didn't spend a lot of time shooting it. We just come down here to test it out, see how it was going to do. We started out with this group right here. That's our first group of the day, and again, federal gold medal match. Shot a .325. We moved down here to the factory loaded Barnes Vortex 168 grain bullet. That's our worst group of the day, and it shot a 1.220. We moved down here, and this was the 44 grains of Varget with 168 grain AMAX Molly coated. It shot a .420. We moved down to the next one, which was 40 grains of IMR 4350 with a 168 grain SMK, and it shot a .510, 510. Now, we were aiming at this dot and hit here, aiming at this dot, hit here, aiming here, hit here, aiming here, and hit here. So I made a quick scope adjustment to bring everything down, get us closer to our bullseye, because it always looks better when you hit what you're aiming at. So we shot another group here, federal gold medal match, .370. All 3 shots is inside that little dot. Another load, Vortex, Barnes ammo, 3 shots inside that little circle, .420. 44 grains of Varget, 168 AMAX Molly, .760, right there at our bullseye. And then the 168 grain SMK with the 40 grains of IMR 4320 shot right there at a .260. That's our best group out of the 308 today. So very easy to say that this gun is well under a 1/2-inch MOA gun with just about anything you put through it if you do your part right and everything goes as it's supposed to go. So we've got 2 groups, 2 rifles that we shot today. This is out of that switch barrel gun. We just shot the 223 over here, switched it out, shot the 308s over here. So I just want to tell you guys that you can pay more, but you can't buy better. If you buy a gun from Hankins Custom Rifles, this is what you can expect to get. This is the quality of work that comes out of our shop here. Polished, stainless steel, excellent craftsmanship, and it's going to shoot when you get it. These guns are going to shoot the way you want them to shoot, the way you expect them to shoot. When you pay the good money for what you're wanting, this is what you can expect from Hankins Custom Rifles. So thumbs up to the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you got any questions, post them down there at the bottom of the page. Send me some comments, and if you need anything, give me a call at Hankins Custom Rifles. I'll try to help you out. Until next time, we'll see you later.